So it's probably fairly short this week because I got to save time for the second annual I Hate Taysom Hill video. Let's do another quiz. What were the odds that the Vikings would get the first down running up the middle on 4th and 1 in the first half?
0.0.
So what would Mike Zimmer have to be to try running up the middle there?
The stupidest person on the face of the earth.
Okay, so then late in the fourth quarter, 3rd and 1, what were the odds the Vikings were going to get the first down running up the middle?
0.0.
So what would Mike Zimmer have to be to try running up the middle on 3rd and 1 at the end there?
The stupidest person on the face of the earth.
It's just your center, Garrett Bradbury, gets like knocked back 5 yards every play within like a second. And your other offensive linemen are the same. It's like maybe you can run a quarterback sneak once in a while. At least works probably at least 50% of the time rather than 0. Just look at the first drive the Vikings had. Their defense forces a 3 and out, and somehow the Vikings start at their own 12. The Vikings offense never ever has a short field. Every drive has to go like 75 plus yards. Every drive. Terrible kickoff, some dopey squib kick. Patterson, he runs it out to the 40. And of course, we have 0 punt return game, so force a 3 and out, start at your 12. Terrible special teams, terrible defense. My gosh, they put up a graphic at one point that the Bears scored on like 10 straight possessions or something. Zimmer's defense is terrible. It's always been terrible in big moments. And today it was just terrible, just the whole game. What about Cousins? It was okay. It was pretty good. I got really, really, really mad at him in the first half when he was doing his stand there and get sacked thing, get stripped, and not recognizing pressure coming up the middle. And you know your line gets pushed back 5 yards on every play. All of them get pushed back 5 yards immediately. So drop back more than 5 yards. It's not that hard. But he put up 27 points, and they should have had 31 points because he made a great play, great throw to Irv Smith in the end zone that Irv Smith just dropped because Irv Smith sucks. Hi. How you doing?
Good.
You showing me your nails?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, like Richard Simmons. Bye. A guy's coming at me, so I'm just going to run straight back and to the right. That's been happening so much lately, this Christian Ponder back into the right thing. Rather than, okay, maybe try a pump and then duck to the left and he'll run right by you. Especially that happened on that 4th and 1 at the end. But that's who he is. You don't have to put him in that position if you don't run up the middle on 1st down on that pivotal drive at the end. If Dalvin Cook can pick up an extra yard on 2nd down when Cousins hits him over the middle, or if you don't run up the middle on 3rd and 1. Cousins is the least of our problems. You can't need 34 points to beat Mitch Trubisky and the Bears.
Cousins is not Mitch Trubisky.
I don't understand that 4th down play though, because the way they lined up and the way the defense looked, when they lined up there, it just looked like Cousins could have just underhanded it to Thielen. They would have had the 1st down. Wouldn't have to worry about the pass rush or anything. But instead they do this like slow developing play with Jefferson coming over the middle. It's like, oh, he was open. Well, it doesn't matter. 4th and 1, you got to get the ball out right away. Why didn't you just throw it to Thielen? Why? At this point, it's like Cousins has his flaws. But Zimmer is so bad, I don't even care about Cousins anymore. Let's keep him, as long as we get rid of Zimmer. You think with Sean McVay, Kirk Cousins couldn't be phenomenal? He could. And Spielman, no talent on the offensive line. Why does he have a job? And what have they made the playoffs? I think 3 times in 7 years that Zimmer's been here. Zimmer and Spielman, they're making the playoffs less than 50% of the time. You gotta be fired. Anyway, our awards for this week. The award for a guy who's apparently cockeyed and has no depth perception.
I said across her nose, not up it.
Sorry, sir. I'm doing my best.
That goes to number 26 for the Vikings. I don't even remember his name. It was on the sideline, and he literally just dove like 2 feet away from where the guy actually was. He just dove to the side of the guy, like he was cross-eyed and had no depth perception and couldn't see where the guy actually was. So.
Who made that man a gunner?
I did, sir. He's my cousin.
Really? That's the one you call award? That goes to the refs for calling a roughing the passer on Kirk Cousins, for once, finally. But it was like pretty ticky-tack. Like it wasn't blow to the head, it was just a little bit of a late hit. Cousins has been getting nailed in the head all year, no call.
Offense, number 76. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That's the one you call. Way to protect the quarterback. The least dangerous hit you call. The late 1980s Vikings defense for getting to cover Jerry Rice Award.
Montana, 5-step drop. Over the middle, caught, watch out. The race is on, it's Jerry Rice. One man to beat. 72 yards.
That goes to the Bears defense, actually. They just didn't cover Adam Thielen in the end zone. That's the first guy he's going to look to. And that's the only time he's going to look at him. He's certainly not going to look to him on 4th and 1. The Everson Griffen Award for pancaking yourself.
Pancaked without really being blocked at all.
That goes to Garrett Bradbury, who he got pancaked by the Bears a lot, but there was one play where he just kind of, it was almost like the Mark Sanchez butt fumble play where he just kind of ran right into a pile and just went straight back. It was great. Another Rick Spielman pick there. Great physical O-lineman, you know. The award for sucking so bad for so many years and being so overrated, that, of course, goes to Harrison Smith again. That was, he just didn't cover Montgomery on one play, and Montgomery got just like a huge gain. That's the guy who's been shredding your defense all game, so maybe think about keeping an eye on him. The award for the guy whose play should get 2 guys cut. That's Tyler Conklin. Is it Tyler or Taylor? Conklin. He had these 2 just breathtaking long runs after catch that just, it was just like, it should also be the my ex-wife at one point being attractive award for something I'm pretty sure I hallucinated, because the run after the catch, he looked like Jesse Owens on these 2 plays. He makes these 2 huge plays. You got Irv Smith, who can't do anything. He's never on the field. Another Rick Spielman, high draft pick. Soft guy, can't make a catch in the end zone, hasn't contributed anything. And then you got Rudolph, who, yeah, he catches those passes in the end zone, but he's way overpaid. He's got no speed. He's so slow. Stephen Hawking, if he was still alive, he would have scored on that play without his wheelchair. You gotta get rid of Rudolph. You gotta get rid of Irv Smith. You get rid of everybody who's overpaid, except Cousins, because you can't get rid of him. And the Fixes In award, that of course goes to the refs for basically giving Tampa Bay a first down when they didn't even get 10 yards.
Again, yellow line's not official, but we're pretty good with it. It doesn't look like a first, but I guess it is. An impressive second half for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You got to get Tom Brady into the playoffs and set him up for that playoff run to get the TV ratings up. I hope this gets Zimmer fired. I wish it would get Spielman fired too, but you can't keep Zimmer. Just the way this team doesn't compete. So.